Okay, so now we can see just I am sharing my code, and further I just try to show you that how we can easily make the pen sharpening technique using Google Earth engine. So in this time here you can see it show about a module, but this module is not worked. Okay, so it take a lot of time to visualize this result. So you can see, but sometimes it show about the tile error, because in this time your also study area is also big. So now let me share my screen, then I will show you that my own code which I already worked for that pen sharpening technique. So then I hope you can easily get this result. Okay, so now I can see my screen. Yeah, is it visible or not? Okay, thank you. Okay, so now here you can see this code I try to run from my side and further check what's the problem we face for that. So here you can see the two layer. One layer is for that our original image, another layer is for our pen sharpening image. So basically in this time for pen sharpening we are used at that a module. So you can see about that module. For using the module you have to use at that require, and further you put at the module name. But in this time it show the problem, it's not working for my study area. So further I will show you that how we can easily use the directly code without the module and get the more better result. Okay, so in this time you can see about that we can get the tile error. In this time it show the reprojection output too large. So for that in this time we have to use the another code to panchromatic band we added on this code, and further we just increase our resolution. Basically we just try to find out the 15-meter resolution from 30-meter. So it also increase our resolution about that. So I think this it show that this type of problem for it's a big area, as well as we are also use here the module. Okay, so all time module is not work proper. For that we have to use the main source code of the pen sharpening, and further we can easily find out that code. So if you want you can also try it. Suppose you can just take the small study area. Suppose I just take the geometry look like that, just a small geometry or rectangle I take, and further I want to add the code, then we check what happened. Okay, so just I try to draw the geometry, and further I take only for that a small study area, and then check what happened. Okay, so I draw this type of rectangle, and further I want to need the result only for this rectangle, then check what happened, it will be work or not. So in this time our study area is much big, and we are also use at that a module. Okay, so that's why it not work properly. So just in this time I take the small study area and then check what happened, is it work or not. So let me check. I just remove the previous RY, and then I put the new variable as a RY, and then check what happened. So I just remove that and put the new variable as a ROI, and now click the run. Now we can get the result only for my selected study area which I selected as a rectangle. So now you can see it will be working. It takes some time also for executing this code. Okay, I just simply zoom in and then try to check what happened, it will be really work or not. Okay, it loaded, the Pan-Sharpening layer is loaded now. So you can get the same problem. You can see it's about that tile error, user memory limit exists. Then we have just used that more small study area and try to check, because in this time we are also using at the module. So that's why I think we face this type of problem. So just I also decrease this study area, and further I run the code. So now let's check what happened, is it will work or not. So in this time we also use here the module, so that's why I think it show this type of problem for the tile error. When I want to apply this code for the big study area, we face this type of problem. So in the meantime I also try to open my another code for Pan-Sharpening in Landsat imagery, and then I just apply your study area and then check what happened. So just I open a new code editor, just simply open, and further I try to open the new study area, then check what happened if I want to use it. So now I can see it also loaded about that for a small study area. Okay, I can see it will loaded this layer. In the meantime I also open my previous code for Pan-Sharpening in Landsat imagery. So just I simply search in my script tab, then I can easily find out because I already saved the code. So now this code I want to use for your study area, and then check what the result I got, is it work or not. Okay, it working. Okay, finding the code. So now here you can see it also work for our small study area. So just I check the layer, so then we can get this type of Pan-Sharpening. For the small area your module is okay, but when I want to apply these things for the big study area, then it show the tile error. So for that, in this time I just use my previous code for Pan-Sharpening, and then try to apply your study area and then check what happened, is it work or not. So let me open my code. So just I simply open this code in my code editor, and further I want to apply your own study area and then check what the result I got, is it work or not. Okay, so here you can see this is the code about that Pan-Sharpening. So we are just applying the Pan-Sharpening technique on the Landsat imagery, and further I just try to. So now further I just simply import your own study area in my code editor, and then now check what happened, is it really work or not for a whole study area for the Pan-Sharpening. So just I put the name is the RY and run the code. So now we get the result for your whole study area, it loaded. So we can get that Pan-Sharpening mainly 15-meter resolution layer. So here you can see we can get this type of imagery, and now it's worked very well. There is no problem for the tile error. Okay, but first time when you saw the result, it show about the tile error because you just use had that a module. Okay, but in this time we can see we can easily get that 15-meter resolution imagery after applying the main source code of the Pan-Sharpening, mainly band 8 as a panchromatic band we are using here, and then further we are just make the Pan-Sharpening and increase the resolution, okay, and decrease the pixel size as a 15-meter from 30-meter. So here you can see this is the code about that. So first of all we try to remove the cloud and haze from our satellite image using the QA pixel, and further we are call the panchromatic band, and then we are just try to apply here, and then we can easily get, you can see this is the code about the Pan-Sharpening. We create a function RGB and pen chromatic band. Further this function is just simply connect with our time period in our map function, and then we can easily get this type of result. So we can get that panchromatic band, we can get this type of imagery, so we can get the more better image after applying the panchromatic function. So basically this is the process about that. We can get the very high resolution 15 meter. From 30 meter we can get the 15 meter imagery from the Landsat. You can easily apply this code and you also get the more better imagery, and we can easily detect all of feature from this Landsat imagery also. So this is the process for the pan-sharpening. So if in this time you face get the problem because you are using that a module, so that's why it's not loaded, it show the tile error. But when I apply the source code for the pan-sharpening in my code editor, then it will be work and we can get the very better result. Okay, so I will send you this code, so that's why you can easily get it. So you can see this module is not work for that, okay, for the whole study area. But when I want to just apply this my source code which I created from here, you can see this is the source code about that. So pan-sharpening, then we create the RGB and also create the pan band, then convert to HSB to sub in the pan band and convert it saturation about that. So now it will work very well. So basically this is the process for that. We can easily get the better result. So you also try to use this method, and further you also check the result, is it work or not. So you can see this is the module, this is our main source code for the pan-sharpening. So these things when you connect with your image collection, then we can get the very better image. So you can also export this imagery from here. You can see, just simply click on the run button, it will also export it, and further you can also use working. So I will share this code with you, and further you can easily get the result. Thank you. So I'll send you this code, you also try to practice, and you can easily get this good imagery pan-sharpening. Okay, I'll send you that, you also try to check it. Thank you. Okay, have a good day.